I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, please surrender. False word, important news are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest.
A special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Testing. There we go. Hello, world. It's Bird O' Prey 5 Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for Monday, June 21st, 2021. Sorry, I hit it, but the button on the microphone doesn't always register. Of course, I'm getting a phone call. Mom O'Prey can get it. It's my aunt. Hopefully, my cousin Dibs is doing well. He had his surgery this morning, and I'd heard all was good at the last update. Kind of hope to hear a reaction by now. Okay. I think things are okay. John Araki with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Appreciate it. I saw it during the opening intro. Sorry it got in front of we, the people, but Moxley, I know you could hear it. It's still, they said it, Kirk said it, with those, alien American aliens, whatever. It was all there. So yes, today I decided to focus on poison gas, because in 1915, according to one website, on this day, June 21st, in 1915, a Monday, as Hector pointed out, Germany used poison gas on the battlefield for the first time in modern warfare history. Chlorine mustard gas, given that name because it looked yellow, because it wasn't particularly pure, but man, an awful, awful way to die. However, in researching, just minutes before I went live, another website says that it was actually April 22nd that the gas was used for the first time, 1915. Now, I don't know if this is a case of where did they use the older calendar. Like, I know in old places in Russia, they still use the whatever the hell was before the Julian calendar. They use that, and so dates had to be translated between. They're a couple months off. So April to July to June, that very well could be a change in calendar issue. Like somebody put their birth date down in the Gregorian calendar, and then they moved to a country that uses the Julian calendar. If their birthday was was April 22nd, but in the new country, it's that day was technically June 21st. Very possible. I don't know. I didn't look up the details because I don't care. The whole point of bringing up the poison gas was just to get that awful picture of the battlefield, and I was going to talk about how man is terrible to himself, to ourselves, how we are so depressing to think of that it's one thing to go to war. It's another thing to kill other people in the spirit of, my nation is better than your nation. But it's a whole other thing to kill people in such a torturous way as poison gas. And then even worse, what happened? Germany used this. What did we do? We made our own poison gas and used it back on them. And it's sad, it's disturbing. It really physically makes me ill that we are from a species that operates in this way. But yeah, war is hell. I get it. I just, there are some days you think about things so far back that, what the hell does poison gas really mean to us in 2021? Not a hell of a lot. We've got nukes. Hell, we've used nukes. Thankfully, to this day, so far, no one's used them back. Because I guess poison gas was pretty bad, but not bad enough that it wasn't to the point that nobody could fathom using it again. But nukes, I got to the point where, well, maybe even those first nukes, had that been as far as we got, we probably would have seen nukes used on the battlefield again. But when we got to the point of being able to construct hydrogen bombs with megatons, not kilotons, megatons worth of TNT, hundreds of megatons. That was the point at which we decided as a species that even if we were attacked, maybe it's not worth retaliating. And you say that like I'm crazy, and I understand that. But multiple times in both the US and the Soviet side, there were missile bases where, due to computer glitches or whatever you want to call them, the person inside the missile base, the person in command, thought World War III had started and it was their job to launch their missiles in retaliation. And in every case, they chose not to retaliate. They weren't 100% sure. They assumed it was a mistake, but they couldn't get confirmation. And they still refused to launch their missiles, both on the Soviet side and in the American side. And God bless them, because had they launched their missiles, it would have been game over. So we got to the point where, even if not the higher ups, the rank and file, the men expected to follow the orders, got to the point and said, no, I won't launch. I won't attack back. if this is World War III, better the human race continues to exist so that we might be free one day than we literally kill us all off and all go the way of the dodo bird. And then this was really just supposed to be a means to pivot to the awfulness that were the leaked photos, or purposely leaked, I don't know, released photos from Star Trek Picard, in that the photos of the poison gas, and I used in the thumbnail, was less sickening to me than the images that were released from, I'm sorry, not Picard, from Star Trek Prodigy. Star Trek Prodigy. Every image we have so far from Star Trek Prodigy, there's quite a few, and we'll go through them. But I mean, some of the ones are downright tame compared to mustard gas. Anyway, Pflugerville was first in the chat. Qapla, Pfluger. Actor says 21st of June, 1915 was a Monday. Isn't that be the case of a Mondays? Like, oh, we've been in the trenches for 2 years. Our lives suck. Everything sucks. What's it going to be today? More getting our heads shot off by snipers, or picking our heads over to look into no man's land. And like, oh, what's that? What's that noise? Phew, oh, it's another grenade. I guess which random person's going to die today. And then you see an explosion, and you see this yellow gas pour out. And like, what the hell is this? And then you feel a burning in your lungs and your throat, your eyes. And before you know it, you can't breathe because you're literally suffocating on your own fluids that have built up in your lungs because they launched a mustard gas attack. That's the ultimate case of the Mondays. He's home and recovering. Dibs is doing okay?
Yeah.
Good. Dibs is home and recovering and doing okay. I watched today, actually this afternoon, I watched his stream. Dibs streamed last night, Call of Duty Warzone stream for 3 hours prior to going in to the hospital. So I'm happy. Happy Dibs is doing well. Good to hear. I was afraid. I was nervous for him. Dibs was last in the hospital. He was like 5 years old for appendicitis. I was really upset that day. I was 15. I remember coming home and tearing up, crying about it, because I was the first person to hear the news in my family. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello, Qapla. Hail, Caroga. Hail, Caroga. Actor says, oh, I'm Pink F now. Hell no. Well, Actor, give yourself an avatar, and you won't have the Pink F as your avatar. And then Actor also says, 21 June 1915, the U.S. Supreme Court hands down the decision in Gwynn versus United States, striking down an Oklahoma law denying the right to vote to some citizens. This is it, Bird. That was striking down a law which in Oklahoma, which I believe was for literacy tests. That was the way to keep the black man and woman down. Well, black man at that time. Women couldn't vote yet. From voting. The 15th Amendment said that you couldn't deny voting based on race. It didn't say anything about denying voting based on literacy. And so they put in literacy tests, and those racist sons of bitches in the states that did it ruined what would have been a good thing, something we could have used today to keep the actual morons out of the voting booth. They made it racist, and they just kept people of a certain color out of the voting booths, thereby ruining literacy tests, forever staining it as racist, when I would be all for literacy tests that were not racist, but actual legit testing, just to make sure the person voting, is on this side of a vegetable in terms of the IQ charts. I would do a very basic test, nothing racist about it. A very simple math question, like what's 4 times 3? Okay. A very simple, reading question, like if Bob has 12 apples and Joe has 4 apples, how many watermelons does Gina have? 2, obviously. But you get the point. I'd have a very basic test, and then if you couldn't pass it, no vote. I don't care what color you are. There would be no grandfather clause, which is actually what made the Oklahoma thing illegal, was they grandfathered in white voters to vote, and not, they couldn't grandfather in the black voters because their grandfathers couldn't vote. Yeah. Actor says, was it the day in Caroga announced it was joining the Central Powers? No, I put in, it was the day Germans used chemical weapons. Richie Pools is June 21st, 1915. The great state of Arizona was only 3 years, 4 months, and 1 week old. Yes, Arizona, the 48th state. Not a lot of people realize it, because you figure, well, it moved westward, but California became a state early. So the last state of the lower 48 was indeed Arizona, and a relatively recent one at that. Actor says Arizona is a state that doesn't observe daylight saving time, making it a state deeply admired by Birdo Prey 5. It is true. It's not only the fact that they don't observe daylight saving time. I quite like the weather, the topography, the geography, the natural beauty, the historic sites, the Native American history, the meteor crater, the crash site, the Grand Canyon, the beautiful area that is Sedona, the various national forests, Mount Lemmon, Biosphere 2, all the national monuments that are in and around Arizona, the Verde Valley, the Verde River, Oak Canyon, the river that runs through there, the casino that's up that way. There's multiple ones. Lake Tahoe, right? Lake Tahoe is partly in Arizona, or is that? No, that's Nevada. There's some lake. London Bridge, that's up in Arizona these days. Lot to admire in Arizona. The flag, the Arizona state flag, is easily my favorite state flag. I mean, just compared to all the other state flags, like New York state flag, it has this ridiculously complicated crest on it. Nobody could freehand draw the New York state flag. It's bullshit. And you got to write the fucking word Excelsior on the flag. Like, oh, what the fuck are you trying to do to me? Okay, a flag should look the same whether it's flying forwards or backwards, or like the U.S. flag. Fine, you recognize it either way. Okay, but it shouldn't have words on it because you can't read the words if it's flying backwards. The Arizona state flag has that perfect symmetry. It looks great forward or backwards. It's a beautiful flag. It uses unusual colors, different colors than we're used to, red, white, and blue. And yeah, I gotta say, I am a fan, big fan. Now, if they didn't have, poisonous spiders and scorpions and snakes, I'd be a bigger fan. Actor says Bird visited Arizona many times, but he was seen mostly at night entering Caramba nightclub, the one in Phoenix. I actually was at a nightclub in Scottsdale, which is next to Phoenix, a couple of times for work. I met somebody there once, a friend I had known from Arizona, from my web forum, from JUOT.net. He came down and I was a work event. He just came by and said hello. Yeah, hello. Yes, I'm a real person. And like, yeah, you're a real person. And that was it. Yeah, I'll be honest. I never cared for nightclubs. I never cared for nightclubs in New York City. God, they were probably the worst. I didn't care for nightclubs in Las Vegas. They were just too fucking loud, too effing crowded. And like, what are you supposed to do? You can't talk to anybody in a nightclub. Like, just send $500 bottles of Grey Goose, which costs like $35 in the store. Send us $500 bottles of Grey Goose. We get a tiny little fucking booth for the money. And then what? Go up and dance? Fuck that. I'm sorry. No, thank you. I'm not a nightclub kind of person. John DeMarco says, on this day in 1915, anti-tracker was already ancient. Indeed. The last Victorian says, John DeMarco, hey, I got anti-beat. I was born at the ripe old age of 65 in the year 1885. Wow, that's the year Marty and Doc go back in Back to the Future. And you were already 65 at the time you were born. Quite impressive. More impressive was your mom giving birth to a 65-year-old fetus. John DeMarco says, while that is impressive, anti-tracker's birth was closer to 885. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, hail, sir. Thank you for bringing this up. Interesting fact. The first field masks were made by Canadian troops peeing on their smocks and wrapping them over their nose and mouth. Do you mean socks? I mean, maybe they had smocks too, but that is disgusting. But I suppose if it worked. Actor says, nonsense. Euripides had correlated his fingerprints to those in his paintings in caves of Altamira, Spain. I don't even know. I don't even know what we're going with. Richie Pools' birds' exploits in Arizona are the stuff of legend. I was looking for that lost Dutchman gold mine, Richie. I might have found it. The last Victorian says, John DeMarco, but he was born in full tweed suit, smoking a pipe and drinking a pint of best bitter. I think not. I came out in style. The last Victorian was born in style. John DeMarco says, Victorian style is far superior to an old turd, that's for sure. Richie Pools is back in 2009. There was talk of renaming Sedona Birdsville, but cooler heads prevailed. I think we might have to reopen those negotiations. Actually, I like the name Sedona. I wouldn't change it. The last Victorian says, John DeMarco, I was saying to CCDV the other night that this username isn't an accident. I dress as Victorian nearly 100% of the time. I'm not joking. Well, then you would be the last Victorian indeed. John DeMarco says, very nice. Richie Poole says, instead, they decided to erect a 30-foot statue of Bird of Prey in a runabout in the center of town. I would take a 30-foot statue in Sedona. You could see me looking like at the beauty of Bell Rock and Courthouse Butte, or into the distance, and Snoopy Rock. We'll rename Snoopy Rock Sassy Rock, and I'll have my statue looking at Sassy Rock, like Zephyrin Cochrane's statue in Star Trek First Contact. John DeMarco gives a thumbs up to The Last Victorian. Last Victorian says, another good thing about it is they spend less on clothing. Even if it's mostly custom made, it lasts longer and is designed to be repaired. Interesting. Actors suddenly got the urge to rewatch Key and Peele's When Your Friend Goes Steampunk video. Okay, I've never seen it. Richie Pools is darn. I have to go back to work. Have a great stream, Bird of Prey. Qapla. Qapla, Richie. Captain Trek says, hello, Captain Trek. The Last Victorian says to John DeMarco, also, I'd wager good money I'm the only person you know who writes with a dip pen and in copper plate regularly, who uses a typewriter enough to need to reload the ribbons. Wow, you have totally, you are on YouTube right this second. So either you have a cell phone or a computer of some type, or a tablet, some modern piece of technology, because you'd be very difficult to get YouTube on a typewriter. It'd be hitting a lot of keys very fast. I'm sorry, I'm going to skip some of the chats that don't mention me. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey picking a gas attack isn't shocking to me. Moxley fan says, Qapla Bird, hope you and the family are doing well. Thank you, Moxley. Truth be told, I feel okay. Still waiting to hear from doctors. The only doctor we heard back from was Sassy's veterinarian, as we have to ordered for her something to keep her calmer this 4th of July because of the fireworks. There's apparently a new medication out that's just for doggies with sound aversion. So we're going to try that for her. It should be coming in a few days. And Aravic Sonder with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Aravic Sonder. Greatly appreciated. It should come up any second. Well, I'm sure it'll come up. I'll just keep talking. Nothing else happened on this day, says Thomas. Well, I mean, I looked at what happened, also what happened on this day in history, and I wrote it in the description. Was the guy, there it is. There's Aravic Sonder and his JJ Enterprise, the scourge of the Trek universe. Also what happened on this day in history was the guy who shot Ronald Reagan officially was found not guilty by reason of insanity today in 1980 something. So I wasn't sure which to go with. There wasn't a hell of a lot. It wasn't a hell of a lot. I honestly, I woke up this morning swearing the news said that today, 5 years ago today, the actor who played Chekhov died when his Jeep killed him. So all day in my day, I was going to do a tribute, and I forget how to pronounce his name. I don't want to mispronounce it, but I was going to do a tribute to him, even though he's a JJ character. I always thought he played Chekhov quite well, and quite sad to know that his Jeep killed him. So that was the goal. But then when I Googled it, it wasn't today. It was 2 days ago. It was June 19th that he died. So I don't know why they must have been playing an old story or something where they said today. So that was, I'm not saying I was disappointed, but it required me to change up my plans for my thumbnail, because I didn't want to do a tribute to something that happened 2 days ago. As for me and doctors, I'm going to make the calls I was going to make today, tomorrow, because my sister said something about Mercury being in retrograde, and I don't like to consider myself a superstitious person, but the fact is I'm a superstitious person. And Sisopre says that things will be better tomorrow because Mercury will no longer be in retrograde. And so, fine. You don't have to do a lot of work. Convince me to wait another day before I risk lowering my risk of getting bad news. I'll wait one extra day. So tomorrow, if I haven't heard from the doctors tomorrow, I got a lot of calls to make. I made a couple of calls today, but they weren't for me. They were for Sassy. And they did work out. Mama Pray made a call too, and she got an answer. So maybe Mercury isn't so bad for me, but I'll give it one more day. Actor says, are fireworks allowed in New York? Oh, hell no. Hell no, fireworks aren't allowed in New York. But that doesn't mean they don't have them. Last year was the most fireworks we've ever heard. Okay, last year it was a big FU to the government, to our governor, to the establishment. Last year, everybody was setting off fireworks. It was literally the worst 4th of July in terms of number of illegal fireworks set off in this neighborhood in the history of living here. And everybody who lived here, even people who lived here their whole lives, agreed. Now, this neighborhood is a very Asian neighborhood, and not to stereotype, but Asian people invented fireworks. And frankly, they love fireworks. And they find a way to get some, and they're often shooting them off. And I generally don't mind fireworks anymore. When I was a kid, I hated them. But these days, I just assume enjoy the show, except for the fact that poor Sassy doesn't understand, and poor Sassy gets very, very upset at the explosions outside, some of which are very close to the house. And so we have to take precautions. And also, I've come to realize that many of our veterans have PTSD, and the sound of fireworks really affects them. So I feel very bad when the fireworks go crazy outside. Now, I wasn't the one doing the fireworks. Only thing I've ever been able to shoot off was a couple of I used to light sparklers And then, I mean, those things used to burn your hand because those sparks come off at like 3,000 degrees. And like my hand would burn as a kid. I was like, what the? For whatever reason, sparklers was like, Mama O'Prey was like, you could use a sparkler. But she didn't want me playing with any other fireworks. That said, I think Dad O'Prey gave me some firecrackers once or twice that I lit off. Those were a hell of a lot safer than sparklers, as long as you didn't hold them in your hand, and only an idiot would hold them in your hand, because I got burned all the time by sparklers. I never got burned by a firecracker. That said, occasionally I'd shoot a bottle rocket or something, but never as brave or as stupid, depending on how you look at it, as some of my friends who would hold the bottle rocket in their fingers and just launch it from their fingers at each other. Whatever. I used to enjoy Roman candles because they were relatively silent, and they would just, go in the air and make beautiful colors, until one day my neighbor decided he was going to stuff a Roman candle into the ground instead of into a bottle, and didn't realize that it needed air behind it to work. So he lit it and it wouldn't light, it wouldn't ignite. So he kept with the fire until the thing literally just boom, blew up like a bomb, because it didn't have any air behind it. And it imploded, I guess, on itself. And then that scarred me from Roman candles. But back in the day in Brooklyn, Dad O'Prey used to get quite the bundle of fireworks. We had a corner property at the time, into what was essentially a vacant lot. So it was like the whole neighborhood would come and light fireworks on the corner of the block. Family would come over. It was crazy. As we got older and we left that house, we didn't have a place to shoot our own fireworks. Fireworks were expensive and we didn't quite have the money, but we'd go to the boat club Dad was a member of, 4th of July, and it had a great view of a good part of Brooklyn, and you could still see fireworks going up all over the place. It was a beautiful 4th of July. One of my favorites. Otherwise, most 4th of Julys we had out in Long Island by my great aunt and uncle's house, which was a great day because the whole family would be there. We'd get there early in the morning, bring bagels. They had this beautiful outdoor swimming pool with a diving board and a water slide. Spend the day in the pool and they'd barbecue and we'd eat. But when night came, there weren't a hell of a lot of fireworks to see. But yeah, coming home, we'd see. Yeah, it'd be like a war zone. There's just fireworks everywhere once we got off the highway. Why am I talking about 4th of July? How did I get on 4th of July? Black delegation, Qapla Black delegation says, hello world. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Rock Solid Productions is in the house. Says hashtag birds late, hashtag late O'Prey 5, hashtag cancel Disney Plus, hashtag free Gina, hashtag pound sign, hashtag hail Caroga, hashtag free mop, hashtag emulation is privacy, hashtag bird hates me, hashtag bird got me nothing from my birthday. I got you an emulation pack for your birthday, Rock Solid. It's free to download. You get all the games ever created for Nintendo on one little USB keychain. Just let me know where you want it mailed to. John DeMarco, greetings. Greetings all. Yeah, I've totally lost my place. Qapla, John Araki. John Araki says, give me some fresh Dax. I'm sorry, John Araki. Not today. Not so far anyway. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47 Yorktown. Yes, sound. Sorry about that. Rox Odds says, Bird of Prey does not know how to hit it. Confirmed. And Jedi Bill says, hello, Bird of Prey. Qapla, brother warrior, Qapla. I hope the movie, The Thing, didn't give you nightmares. No, it didn't, Jedi Bill, because I didn't watch. Because I'm sorry, I don't watch horror movies. Moxley fan says, we, the people. Indeed. And John DeMarco says, poison gas, the national fragrance of Caroga. Now, the national fragrance of Caroga is Tiberius, the official fragrance of James T. Kirk. Agner says, I want mustard gas only if made by Savora. And no sausage gas jokes, please. Roxanne says, Bird of Prey is focusing on poison gas. Is he smelling his farts like in South Park with the smug that merged with George Clooney's Oscar speech? I do remember that episode vaguely. Last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, no, this date's correct. It's taught in English history schools. Also, the Germans used the Julian calendar since the mid-1600s. This was the first date, but it was a small trial attack. Gotcha. It was proof of concept, says Last Victorian. Black Delegation says, Bird of Prey, humans are the worst. Yes, we're highly illogical creatures. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, today is also the day in 1900 when China declared war on the US, UK, France, Germany, and Japan. I don't recall that war, Thomas. I don't recall learning about that war. What the hell? What war was that? Martin Devon says, but Caroga is better than Turkestan. Absolutely, Martin. John Meyer says, wow, 1915. Indy Nidell looks terrible. Don't get it, John, but I'm sure it's funny. Rock Solid Productions wants Dear Bop. We'll get to Dear Bop, hopefully. Edgar says, this is like a presidential candidate question to Martin Devon. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, the Germans have a cruel streak. When the U.S. brought shotguns to World War I, the Germans said any soldiers caught with one, they would execute, and the U.S. said to do that, and we'll do 100 of yours. Interesting. So shotguns it was the Boxer Rebellion. 1900 was the Boxer Rebellion. Thank you, Thomas Potts, for that message. I didn't realize shotguns had been were so angry, so upset. I mean, I hope they weren't filled with birdshot. I mean, if it's a shotgun with buckshot, I don't really see what the problem is. Rock Solid says hello again to Moxley. Martin says 57 megatons is the biggest ever tested. Are you sure? I thought the Russians tested something that was 100 plus megatons. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, if you think gas and nukes are bad, look up Dead Man's Hand, The Rods from God, all the fun nukes with none of the mess. Interesting. Martin Yvonne says, let's play global thermonuclear war. Yeah. How about a nice game of chess? Yes, Rock Solid. Beat me to it. Agnes says, thank God Caroga nukes don't work, or every time Bird of Prey enters a furious rant, somewhere a nuclear mushroom would bloom. And Rock Solid is mad at my choice of word of pivot. New sofa. No, Martin, no. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey, the Royal Navy, SSBN fleet. The captains have a letter from the Prime Minister. They are only to open in case of nuclear war, next to the arming code and launch keys. Interesting. I wonder if it says don't fire. Rock Solid says, Martin Vaughn, I need to get one since I was on break. Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Bird of Prey, Mamo Prey, and Sassy. Thank you, Robert. Welcome. D. Vin says, our lineage is that of predators. We are extremely violent by our nature, but the last words we made by a scientist, not the military. Oh shit. Will be made. Probably. Keely Chow, Qapla, Keely Chow, good to see you. I was ranting about poison gas. Potato Revan is in the house. Says Bird of Prey, on this day, a baby potato was born in 1988, and the world was a worse place for it. Yes, wish Potato Revan a happy birthday. Today is Potato Revan, formerly known as Darth Revan's birthday. Happy birthday to Potato Revan. What'd you say? He's 33 and a third. No, he's 33 years old today. And in 3 months, he'll be 33. No, 4 months, he'll be 33 and a third. Yitza Lemons says, happy stream, everybody. Thank you, Yitza. Yitza, 111 subscribers. Congratulations. Hopefully we'll get you even more. Jedi Bill on Friday did complete the Little Nitro Challenge immediately following my BedLife stream, like he said he would. He then went on and ate even more things of questionable merit. Very hot, very spicy things, besides just the gummy bear. Jedi Bill. Surprising. Good for you, Jedi Bill. Jedi Bill says hello to Keely Chow. Roll Tide. Wow, Roll Tide. John Araki says, dear Twitch, bird advocates for the survival of the human race, please cancel. Thanks, the ANTI tracker. Thomas is Bird of Prey, crazy mustache guy, got gassed in World War I. Yes, I know. Our friend Adolf, he got the gas. He didn't get a lot of it, unfortunately. Not that I am happy for anybody to be gassed, but if somebody had to die by the mustard gas, one would have thought, well, maybe you could make a reason that he would have been one. But he only got enough to get pissed off, not enough to be killed. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, the French used gas first. Yes, tear gas. But it was on both French and UK used chloroclate before the Germans did by a year. Funny how the victors. I looked up specifically the first country to use poison gas in war. And while they did state that France used tear gas, it was in a police action, not a war. I didn't hear anything about the UK. John Street says, victors change history to fit the other sides used it first. Super Blubberpuss says, hello, guys. I miss everyone. Qapla, Super Blubberpuss. We miss you. John Araki says, anti-tracker gas is worse than mustard gas. Moxley fan brings an umbrella. Keely Chow says, hello to Jedi Bill. And Roll Tide, Brother Warrior, Roll Tide. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey in World War I. The Italians developed an artillery technique They used to shell German positions in the mountains far above them in the snow line to cause avalanches and bury the Krauts in the snow. Well, you know what they say. All's fair in love and war. John DeMarco says, we admit we're killers, but we're not going to kill today. That's all it takes, knowing that we won't kill today. And that's a famous speech that I don't remember from where. Rock Solid says, hashtag Dear Bop. Of course he does. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. Chloroacetate gas was used in 1914 to stop the Germans' advance. So a month later, the Germans used it back at the French. Both sides didn't use them on the scale of 1915. Interesting. John Araki says Bird has a very high AOCQ score. I don't think so. Potato Evans says Bird of Prey. Very simple question. Do you like Discovery? Yes, you're banned from America. No, you're allowed to vote. See that now for some reason the Supreme Court would have a problem if we instituted that. Yet I think that's a wonderful question. I would put that on. I'd put that in the booths. Devin says, and just being a landowner should be a requirement to vote. Just saying. Actually, Devin, I almost agree with that. I would say maybe not a landowner, but I think you should have to have paid federal taxes to have had a vote. If you don't pay anything in federal taxes, you don't really have anything you don't have anything in the system. You don't have any reason, like you're not like a partner, like a company or something. It's like you hold no shares. You're not a shareholder in the United States if you're not paying some type of income tax. Now, I'm not saying that we need to throw you out. No, I'm not saying we need to stop giving money to people who need support. No, but if you're not paying federal income tax at all, zero federal income tax, whether it's because you're a billionaire who found a way around it, or you're just, not making any money and you're not making any income, then you don't really have a stake. I would say that. I would put that as a requirement to vote. At least in Caroga. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Qapla, Bird of Prey, I am both intrigued and repulsed by your concept of literacy test for voting. That's fine. Captain Drax says, Bird of Prey, or should I say pervert o prey? Nothing I said was perverted. Watermelons? Please. Rock Solid says, again wanting Dear Bop. D. Vin says the Roswell crash site also. What about the Roswell? The Roswell crash site isn't in Arizona. It's in New Mexico. Lake Tahoe. No, not Lake Tahoe. Lake Mead. Lake Mead. Thank you, Super Blubberpuss. Jedi Bill says, hey, Bird of Prey, I really do hope that the thing didn't give you nightmares. I didn't watch it, Jedi Bill. I don't watch. Thomas says a flagrant. Actor says, we have Bird in the ranting mood. Fun with flags, says Martin. Actor says, today is Flag Day in my country, so it's appropriate. Awesome. Thomas says, dang thunder shook my place. Be careful. Yeah, a lot of severe thunderstorms out there today. Not here. Beautiful blue skies. Might have thunderstorms late tonight. Darius is Qapla. Bird of Prey, Qapla, Darius. Good to see you. Jedi Bill says, you forgot Bird of Prey. It has won Mr. CCTV and missed me, Jedi Bill. and snow dub music and entertainment. What did I forget? You forgot at Berto Prey 5. It has one. Okay, Jedi Bill, I'm not sure what that is. Rock Solid says, Berto Prey, we need to give Thomas Potts a wrench. Don't give him a choice. Just do it. Rock Solid, if I give him a wrench and he accidentally bans somebody, he gets very upset and depressed. No, if Thomas wants a wrench, he's absolutely welcome to have it. He just has to tell me he wants it. We don't force wrenches upon people because they could be in a position where they're not always watching their phone. And we've had it happen where people have accidentally butt banned and erased people from the channel. Thomas says, wow, that was like right here. And yet my cat is still sleeping. Maybe you better check on your cat, Thomas. Random Menace says, greetings from the future. Greetings, Random Menace. And I'm sorry. I hope your lightning is actually okay there, Thomas. Hope it passes quickly. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey. The statue would be of you crashing a flying Jeep with the word, son of a bitch. Where did that mountain come from? Indeed. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey. I like writing on a typewriter. It's nicer. Well, I mean, I can understand like hearing the sound and pushing the mechanical button, and I could get it. I had a typewriter. It had a special feature. It could erase if you made a typo, as long as it was the last letter, it could erase it. I thought that was pretty fancy. Unfortunately, the typewriter broke. If it was still working, I'd still have it. Yeah, no fireworks in New York. Not legally. Eastland, welcome, Eastland. Says, when I was having stomach problems, I was willing to medicate my cat and myself with vet meds. Haha. Maybe that's why you were having stomach problems. Actually, to be honest, I didn't think I'd ever do it, but I tried CBD oil on Sassy. Nothing. No measurable difference whatsoever. She took it, didn't notice the single anything. And Anton Yelkin, that's the name of the actor who died, who played Chekhov in the JJ films. Yes, unfortunate. He recently died, 5 years ago, 2 days ago. So always sorry he's passed. And even if they did do a new, JJ timeline film, it wouldn't be the same without him. And no, he was not the first person killed by a Jeep actor, nor will he be the last person. But he was one of very few killed by their own Jeep in their own Hollywood driveway. Not working on their Jeep, mind you, just walking in front of it. Josh Reed says, are we sure Bird of Prey wasn't driving the Jeep? It wasn't me. His Jeep went into retrograde. Tim Possible, Qapla Tim Possible, if you're still here, it's been a while. I know I'm way behind in the chat. Hail Tim Possible, says, hail Bird of Prey 5. Actor says, astrologist says, Sisopray, really, that an asteroid is coming. I'm waiting. Let it hit. The asteroid, if you're coming, right here. Right here. Just please. An extinction level event. Just I don't want to know about it. Just boom, gone, done. It's fine. Let everyone else, 200 miles out, they can worry and see the lava plume reaching up into the stratosphere. I just want to be taken out in the first wave. It's all I ask. It's a small ask. Actress is Bird falling asleep before reading the Dear Bops. Not yet. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. We are getting the first spin-off series of the Destroyermen books called Artillerymen Sight in 1840s, U.S. Army vs. Dinosaurs and Satanic Catholics. I'm stoked. I know I read English words, but I don't know what that meant. Andrew says Rock Solid's going to be disappointed because he still wants Dear Bop. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. Get a set of hunting dog earmuffs. I use them with my dog. No, Sassy would never allow earmuffs. Sassy would go crazy if earmuffs were on her. No. Captain Drax is Bird of Prey. Being superstitious is silly. Allowing planetary position or a silly number to affect what you do should take Garfield off the screen because 21 is an unlucky number for Garfield. No, Garfield's a lucky for me. Mama Bray says, does the moon affect the tides? Yes, of course, the moon affects the tides. So who's to say Mercury doesn't affect everything else? Rock Solid Productions is Bird of Prey. Hashtag Bird reads comments. Hashtag hail on Caroga, not hail Caroga. Hashtag emulation is piracy. Hashtag not emulation is piracy. So everything is piracy. John Street says Bird of Prey on November 2nd, 1932. We need to throw a party for the one bird to win a war. November 2nd, 1932. Jedi Bill says, but Bird of Prey, I saw that you were in my screening room. I came into the screening room just to see what you were playing, and then I closed my eyes and I left. I think it probably left me in there. I might have left the screening room open as I went to another tab, Jedi Bill. I did come into your stream, and I hung around for a while to give you some watch hours. Hey, Mama Prey was able to cut one of Sassy's nails, many nails. I was trying to give you some watch time, Jedi Bill, but the actual movie, not for me. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. The China War thing was also the Opium Wars, and the shotguns were disliked by the Germans as they cleared trenches. The Opium War I've heard of, but I don't remember the U.S. being part of the Opium Wars. At least they didn't teach us that. Josh reads as Bird of Prey. It was bird shot. That was why the Germans said it. Well, okay. I guess I really can't defend that. John Street says Bird of Prey for you to watch after the stream about shotguns in World War II. I will copy this link to the other web browser. To put in www. 2 minutes. Oh, okay. It's only a 2.5 minute video. Kirash Solid says, Captain Track, I've used this example in the past. If I want a copy of Song of the South, just because I don't want to pay what secondary market is charging, doesn't give me the right to download it. Rock Solid, I disagree. I think it's a cultural Song of the South is a piece of our cultural history, and like it should be available in a library. I think you do indeed have a legitimate right to watch it. And if Disney doesn't want to provide you a way to means to do it, then I believe it is your American right, nay, your American responsibility to procure a copy for yourself. Now, if Disney wanted to put it on Disney Plus, then I'd say, then you subscribe to Disney Plus. But if they don't want to do it, then you're forced to take history into your own hands. The last Victorians is bird of prey. The Royal Navy letters are destroyed and changed of PM, but it's a personal message from the Prime Minister to ship's commander giving options before and after launch. Interesting. And people are wishing Potato Revin a happy birthday. Awesome. Tim Christ, hello bird, hello Tim Christ, Qapla. The last Victorians is bird of prey, Munball, Austrian fact. While he was a gas casualty, his area was overran by British troops. He reached for his weapon and a British soldier kicked him rather than shooting him. Bugger. Yes, I heard about that. Also, I heard a British soldier could have shot George Washington, but didn't, because to the British it was unbecoming to shoot a general in the back, and so they let him go. Good for us, I guess. I'll take it. We wouldn't have been so sporting, but yeah. Actor says, bird, poison gas is bad. A few moments later, all is valid in love and war. All but poison gas. Josh reads says, even if bird of prey only does the bird of prey, it's still going to take bird an hour before he gets to the dear bops. Jedi Bill says, yes, I'll be hosting Insomniac Soup live stream tonight at 10 p.m. Pacific time zone, USA, 1 a.m. Eastern. I think I go by local time. I can't keep track of other time zones. Super Blubber pushes bird of prey. Should people be on welfare be allowed to vote? If they're paying federal income taxes, yes. If they're not paying federal income taxes, no. Let's put it this way. The litmus test I would do is if you're paying federal income tax. I could see other people, and I've heard other people say the litmus test should be if you're receiving any kind of public funding, whether it be welfare or food stamps or, any type of government program where now there's a difference is like if you're getting Social Security, that's something you paid into. That's not a welfare program. So that's different. But I could be convinced of either. I prefer to be federal taxes to be the deciding line. Okay, if you pay even $100 in federal taxes, then yeah, you get to vote. But 50% of this country, I'm told, 50% of this country pays $0 in federal taxes, and in fact, some of them get money back from the federal tax by paying, and they don't pay anything in. So I would say no. If you're not paying in to the system, you don't get a vote in the system. I just think that's the fairest. Robert Rose says, I wonder how many times did Trump find a way around having to pay? Well, listen, if Trump found a way of having to pay, then he wouldn't get a vote. Like I said, I would, if it's a billionaire or a poor person, if you didn't pay the tax, and you don't get the vote, period. John DeMarco says, Bird of Prey, just got word that Anti-Trekker's in the ER. I don't know what the issue is. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, guys. Let's, if anybody has any more details, please let me know. We wish Anti-Trekker the best. He seemed yesterday, he seemed okay. I can only imagine it's probably a pain thing. I hope it's nothing more serious. Don't get me wrong, pain is really bad, but I hope it's nothing more serious. If anybody hears anything, please let me know. I know he said that he'd keep Life with Matthew updated with his last hospitalization. So, Life with Matthew, if you're out there, I assume you still would get updates. I'm very sorry to hear that. Let's see, what's a Monday? So I don't know if Anti-Tracker was planning on streaming today or tonight. Please drop by if you can, everyone. Jedi Bill puts in his link. Darius is working an extra shift. Take care. Qapla, Darius. Jedi Bill says, because we are here in Arizona, United States of America, us, Bird of Prey 5, Qapla Warrior, hail Caroga, hail Caroga. And I think us is actually a U.S. flag emoji that just doesn't show up for some reason. The YouTube prevents the U.S. flag emoji from showing up on chat in Windows. John DeMarco says, thanks. Eastland Burkle, this is butt ban. That's funny. It's legit. It's happened. Butt banning is a thing. Actor says, Bird, even when typewriting, cheats. It's not cheating if you have to pay for the ribbon to erase the letters. It's an extra ribbon you have to buy. Bradley Briggs says, my headphones could be banned. Someone once that scared the crap out of me. My headphone cord banned someone once. That scared the crap out of him. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, I'm dyslexic. Typewriters slow me down and make me think about my spelling and also make me write better. I tend to be more coarse online, but I'm rather eloquent using a typewriter. I can understand that. I do, but that's a lot of wasted paper if you make 1-2 mistakes. I make way too many typos these days to use a typewriter. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, war. That war is the greatest defeat an Aussie prey took was to a bird back in November 1932. Was that the Emu War? The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, 1914. Some sawed-off shotgun ended up at the front trenches, started forming. Germans hated them. There were some serious issues around what was legal in new war techniques. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, the George Washington thing was a European thing. It was considered bad tactically to kill an enemy field commander. Washington was considered that during the Colonial Rebellion. Right, the Colonial Rebellion, okay. Actor says, Caroga is for all equality. They will kill you no matter military rank, sex, age, race, etc. Well, to be honest, that's what everybody wants, isn't it? The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, Robert Morris was considered a higher value target. Also, my mom grew up on the same street as her in Liverpool. Interesting. I don't know who Robert Morris was. John Street says, Bird of Prey, the pig war started a few days ago on June 15th and doesn't end until October. John DeMarco says, Bird of Prey, I got the message from Matthew, but there weren't any more details. Thank you, John. Captain Trax says, the morning brew at 6 a.m. Central tomorrow and puts in a link. Carlo Albanese gives a hug to Anti-Trekker. Actor says, yes, please keep us posted. Yes, definitely. Last Victorian says, John DeMarco, please let him know if he needs anything. The last Victorian at protonmail.com is his email address. He just needs to ask and he will open his wallet. Thomas Bott says, Bird of Prey, tonight is the pub. Oh, right. Tonight is Life with Matthew's virtual pub. So I will probably be asleep since I've been going to bed at 9 p.m. and waking up at 5 a.m. But I highly doubt I'll be awake for the virtual pub tonight. But I hope we hear what's going on with Anti-Tracker, and I hope whatever it is, that it's relatively minor. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. Robert Morris was one of the signatories to the Declaration of Independence. Then your mom could not have grown up on the street with him or his mom. That doesn't make any sense. Considered the most damning signature politically in England. I thought that would have been John Hancock, because he wrote it all nice and big. Bradley Briggs says Bird has a 9-to-5 job called sleep. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to Dear Bop, because I know Rock Solid has been asking for it. And it looks like there's... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. No. Before we go to Dear Bop, we've got to look at Star Trek Picard. At the photos to come from Star Trek Picard. Prodigy. Star Trek Prodigy, guys. Every image, and this is at StarTrek.com. Don't go to the shop. Do I want to go to the shop? I'm going to click on the shop. Just to... Motherfucker! He's still there. Fuck. Why did I click on that? Okay. Every image we have from Prodigy so far. Okay. We've got this thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. A city with lasers being shot into the middle of it. A bicycle tire from a futuristic bicycle. I don't know what the fuck it is. An island in space. In Star Trek Prodigy, 6 young outcasts know nothing about the ship they have commandeered, a first in the history of the Star Trek franchise. But over the course of their adventures together, they will each be introduced to Starfleet and their ideals it represents. Kate Mulgrew was previously announced as reprising the iconic role of Captain Catherine Janeway to lead the brand new Prodigy bridge crew. But of course, she's not reprising her role as Captain Janeway. She is in a new role as the emergency training hologram, formerly known as Captain Catherine Janeway. And a €2 super chat from the Random Menace for the Loofah Fund for Bird. Thank you, Random Menace. Although I'm a man, I don't use a loofah. Okay, so this is one of 12. This is the first image of 12. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. The second image of 12. What the fuck? A moon, a planet, and another moon, 2 moons. There's nothing here. Why? I mean, I could go to any wallpaper site on, since 1992 on the web and find, space backgrounds that look far better or as good as this. There's nothing here. There's no point to releasing this image. It is completely zero fucks to do with Star Trek. There's nothing remotely Trek related. There's no Delta. There's no insignia. There's no ship. There's nothing fucking here. Oh, shit. No, number 3. Well, why didn't... This was the one, right? Like in My Cousin Vinny. He's like, this is the case cracker right here. No. What the fuck am I looking at? Is this water? Liquid methane? I don't know. It's just fucking kids throwing colors on a canvas. This isn't pictured. This is worthless. This is completely fucking worthless. You're wasting my time. You're wasting everybody's time. There's nothing here. Number 4 of 12 is the same fucking picture as the first one. It's the same picture. 1 of 12, 4 of 12. What the fuck? Can you not even count? It's the same goddamn picture of fucking city with lasers. I'm going to call it round city with lasers. Nothing at all Star Trek related. There's nothing, you can't look deeper and find a hidden symbol. There's no idic in the corner or whatever. Freaking, it takes place in the Delta Quadrant. So are you looking for a secret Borg or a secret Hirogen? Whatever. No, there's nothing. There's nothing here. Star Trek Prodigy 5 of 12. Finally, we see at least the outline of a couple of people walking on, I guess, I don't know. It looks like Halloween night, but I'm sure it's just some random fucking planet. Nothing at all worth value. 6 of 12. This was the already released picture that's been all over the internet, where we see the crew of whatever the fuck the USS Prodigy or whatever the hell the name of the ship is going to be. You got the Janeway hologram in the middle and all these other losers around her. Oh, and okay. The cast picture. Well, this is one I never gave a shit about. Because it's animated, why do I care what the actors look like? I have never in the history of any cartoon ever asked myself, I wonder what the actor who plays this looks like. Like, I've watched The Simpsons for 28 of its 30 plus seasons. Never once did I give a shit what the actors look like. Never came across my mind. I knew I heard in the background at one time that Bart was voiced by a woman. I thought, oh, that's kind of funny. But I never wondered what she looked like. Never did. I mean, yeah, over the years you found a little bit what they look like. I don't care. I don't give a shit who voices who. It doesn't matter. So Brett Gray is Dahl. Ella Purnell is Gwyn. Jason Mazatakis is Joncom Pog. That's that ugly motherfucker. Not the actor, although he's not particularly attractive, but the cartoon character looks like looks like some type of Neelix Tuvok. So Tuvix got crossed with a Tellarite. D. Bradley Baker is Murph. How are they allowing a white man to play a blue blob? That seems like some type of, cross-species racism or something. He could never really understand what it's like to be a blue blob as a white man. I'm very upset. I think that's very racist. Angus Eyemeyer is Zero. So this fucking Pokemon ball, his name is Zero. Very, very clever. Good. He's Zero. His name literally means nothing. And look, we've got Riley Alazakwi as Rock Tom. So I don't know if the rock monster that I was assuming was a dude is really a woman, or if it's just another Bart Simpson type deal where a woman is better off playing a young boy's voice. Which, if it is, I'm sure why. I thought the latest thing was to have everybody play, the gender and the sex and the race of which they actually are. But whatever. I couldn't care less about the cast. I kind of wonder, why do we need 6 different people to play 6 different characters? A qualified voice actor could probably do 4 or 5 voices, all by one. They probably only need 2 voice actors and Janeway and Kate Mulgrew, and you could do this whole show. You don't need to pay 6 different people to play 6 different cartoon characters. That seems like a complete waste of money. And then 8 of 12 is just a zoomed in picture of Janeway. It doesn't make any sense as to why she's wearing the Voyager, the Voyager uniform. Why is she wearing the Voyager uniform? She clearly didn't pose for this thing before they left on Voyager. So when they came back from Voyager, when Voyager returned, they'd already had new uniforms. They already had the DS9 First Contact uniforms. So why would she be wearing her Voyager uniform? That makes no sense. I don't even know what the hell this thing is. Doll and Gwyn. Just ugliest motherfucker. These are just so ugly. And Rock Tonk. Okay, that looks like a he looks like he's doing something. And Doll again. I can't imagine. Oh my motherfucking God. Michael fucking Burnham. Fuck you. I'm not going all the way down. Celebrate your number one dad with your Star Trek Father's Day gift guide. I haven't clicked on this yet. I'm going to, because I can't wait to see what gifts have they picked out for Father's Day. All I know is that this entire fucking crew looks like the stupidest shit. I would not put this in front of Charlie for Charlie to watch, because he'd probably either get scared or cry. Okay? This is not what kids want. Okay? You should be doing a kid show. You should probably have mostly humans and 1 or 2 funny looking pet aliens that don't really, do anything too significant except make jokes or something. Motherfuckers. Celebrate your number one dad with the Star Trek Father's Day gift guide. We got it. I got to do it. I have to do it. I have to click on it. Well, that is not what I think of when I think of my Father's Day. What do they have here? Oh, the Star Trek movie collections from $10 to $43. You could give them the Star Trek trilogy of the Kelvin timeline. If you hate your father, you could give them that. If you love your father a little more, you could give them the Star Trek 10 movie Stardate collection. I guess that's all 10 movies. Oh, Deep Space Nine, the complete series. Holy shit. They actually put Deep Space Nine and they put it above Discovery. Sand Chicky. They put it above Discovery. Holy shit. Somebody made a smart move. At Paramount. It's like the fucking end of the world. Maybe the asteroid is coming. It's coming. I can't believe this. They made a smart choice. They put Star Trek, and it's, what is it, $43? $10 to $43? Oh, now on Amazon. You can't buy it from them. You got to buy it on Amazon. That's fine. It's Prime Day. Star Trek, the Deep Space Nine, the complete series. That's awesome. I don't know why they bothered putting Star Trek Discovery on here, but whatever. 2 out of the 4 positions. Star Trek T-shirt club for $17.99 per month. Per month? What, I'm going to give them $17.99 a month for a new T-shirt every month? Well, I tell you, hey, at least these are TOS. Hey, they're TOS T-shirts. We have TOS They're ugly. They're the ugliest motherfucking TOS T-shirts I could imagine, but they're TOS. We got the TOS crew. We got the Gorn on a fucking... Why? We have a green Gorn on a green shirt. The creature Gorn. That's what it says. It says the creature Gorn. Hiss. Hiss. The creature Gorn. I don't know what the fuck that means, but they've made a green shirt with a green Gorn on it. And then you get a fucking question mark, because I guess they could only think of 2 fucking shirts. So take $17.99 per month, and we'll send you 2 shirts that aren't too bad. And then, let me guess, that third fucking shirt is going to have Michael Burnham's face on it. And you'll be like, fuck you, cancel. Star Trek, the original series, ships line of righteous wrath acrylic. Holy shit. TOS. Look at that. The hand. The hand holding the Enterprise. Oh my God. That's great. Star Trek, the original series, ship socks. Okay. Okay. Fine. Enterprise D, graphic chart, a shirt. Fine. Captain Dad. Your name, original series, personalized captain assignments letter. Okay. Original series, Captain Dad. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Honestly, I'm gonna see. What's this? Where's this? Where's this Discovery? That's the Deep Space Nine. Where's the Deep Space Nine? You motherfuckers, you showed me the picture. Where's the Deep Space Nine series collection? I clicked. It's not here. Wait. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing it. Let's Control F. Deep. No, the word deep doesn't appear anywhere on this page. They have the artwork for Deep Space Nine, the complete series, but Deep Space Nine, the complete series, does not appear anywhere on this page. And I highly doubt it's $43, as TNG, the complete series, is $117. Let me see if I can type it in. Deep Space Nine complete series. And of course, it's DVD. Deep Space Nine, the complete series, currently unavailable. Currently unavailable. 49 DVD discs in region 2 is $120. No. This is not what they promised. Wow. Maybe it just sold out already. What's this? Deep Space Nine Complete Series 48 DVD box set, non-USA format. No. Well, partial credit. At least they knew. And they also made this. Look how small they made this. They made this look like they fit them all onto Blu-ray. When you know damn well there's no way all of Deep Space Nine, which all 7 seasons of DVDs was like this wide, was going to fit into a box this wide. It just wasn't going to happen. Okay, you know what? Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. And there's that video somebody sent. Oh, let's go back and check, because I realized I didn't look at the comments through all that. The Last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, my city and America are historically linked. NYC's towns has all the Liberbird and my city's emblem engraved on it. Also, where the last surrender site of the American Civil War. Tatooine, says John DeMarco. No, not Tatooine. Agnes says F-bombs are Qapla bombing over Prodigy. Tim Kress says every F in time. What the F does it even mean? Mike Richards says end, we're off. Bradley Briggs, Qapla Bradley, says I heard rumors the show started out as something else and was rewritten to be a Star Trek show. It looks that way to me. I'd agree. Captain Trek's Bird of Prey, those shitty pictures look like bad Star Wars, Star Trek hybrid fan film. I don't even think they look like a hybrid. They don't look like Trek at all. Robert Rose is Bird of Prey. Really? What about Peter Cullen then? The voice of Optimus Prime did the intro to the original Voltron series and also was the voice of Carr in Knight Rider TV show also. I mean, people in the old days, they used to do a ton of characters. I never wondered what they looked like. It didn't occur to me. It didn't occur to me as a kid, and it doesn't occur to me as an adult to care what people look like. Now, like in Shrek, okay, I know that all the voices are famous people, so I have a face to go with the voices in Shrek. But if it was a new cartoon, I don't care what they look like. I don't need to see behind the curtain to see what the people look like. You know what? Let it go for 6 or 7 seasons. Let them become beloved characters. And then maybe I'll care what they look like. I don't care what they look like before I've seen the show. Bradley Briggs says The Rock is a female in the show. What the fuck? Of course they are. The Random Menace says for Father's Day, a life-size blow-up doll of Michael effing Burnham. Jedi Bill says it's okay. Agreed. Josh reads Bird of Prey. Hope you have a DVD that's from Europe, since the only DS9 complete series is a Region 2 import on Amazon, apparently. It's $165. Epic fail for StarTrek.com, says John DeMarco. Who runs StarTrek.com? Ferengi, apparently. Yes, we're getting to the Dear Bops right now. Sorry, Dear Bop time. But good news, bad news. For those who like Dear Bops, we've only got 3. So good news and bad news. We should be through the Dear Bops fairly quickly. Dear Bop, Anti-Tracker is a good friend to whom? He waffles on so many things that the ground beneath his feet could be made from putty, rather soft putty, it could be implied. In all honesty, Anti-Tracker is a good friend. I'm not just saying that because I know he's in the emergency room right now. The truth is, the vast majority of us would not be here if not for Anti-Tracker. We found either him or each other through his channel. Anti-Tracker listen, I love Gary Nerdrotic. I love Doomcock. They're super huge channels. And every time they mention my name, I get another 20 subscribers. And it's great. But Anti-Tracker was the first channel with, more than 1,000 subscribers who was constantly, supporting me. He pushed the vast majority of people, of you guys, to my channel. Without Anti-Tracker, I don't know if I would have kept doing it. And to be completely honest, watching Anti-Tracker being part of his community is what made me want to be part of the community, what made me want to start a channel of my own. I only got to Anti-Tracker from Lore Reloaded. So my journey was Lore Reloaded kind of got me in. Then from Lore, I found Anti-Tracker. And from Anti-Tracker, I said, I've got to get in on this too. And then Anti-Tracker, did what he could to build me up. And I thank him. And I know Anti-Tracker, he's one of those people who likes to start new projects before he finishes old ones. And I will joke with him about it, and I will make fun of him for it. And I'm sure he gets it. I'm sure he knows. He understands that that's the type of person he is. You don't get to be 558 years old without knowing what type of person you are. So I'm sure he knows it. And listen, we're going to argue. There are things we are never going to agree on. Politics, is clearly one of them. He has some very different feelings than I do on politics. It's if we were on the same stream debating an issue, we'd probably run around in circles or something on issues. I'd love to, but it's also probably best we just don't do that. I know that when I listen to him talk about some politics, it raises my heart rate. I get so annoyed that I just want to turn off the stream. And I'm sure sometimes when I'm talking, he's listening to me and he feels the same way. But the next day, I always back on his channel, want to know how he's doing, what's going on. And like today, I'm quite concerned as to what might be wrong to hear he's in the emergency room. So yes, we do love Anti-Tracker here. And if you don't love Anti-Tracker, it is, of course, your choice. But I do, and I would say don't try to drive a wedge there because you're not going to be able to. Now, you want to make fun of him, that's fine. I'm all for making fun of Anti-Tracker. Frankly, he deserves some of it. But on the other hand, so do I. So you can make fun of me, you can make fun of Anti-Tracker, but don't attempt to vilify him unless it's the fact that he's the leader of Turdistan, the worst and smelliest nation on the planet. Captain Track is lucky if he gains 1 subscriber when Doomcock mentions him. I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Really what needs is the moderator needs to put out the link to your channel, because frankly people are too lazy to type in a channel name. But if the moderator puts out a link, and that is one thing that Nerdrotic does that Doomcock doesn't, is that I'm a moderator for Nerdrotic, so I can put in a link on his channel, whereas I can't on Doomcock's channel. So it makes life a little easier. Thomas says he'll still blame Life with Matthew. DJ, yeah, Deej. And Deej is another reason for this community. Deej is another big reason for this community. And we all love Deej. Josh Reach has put a Dear Bop in at the link. Continuum Track says, hey guys, greetings, Bird of Prey. Just driving by before bed. Qapla Continuum Track. You know, Continuum Track asked a question the other day on Twitter. And he said, how many Star Trek Deep Space Nine episodes deal with time travel or feature time travel? How many Deep Space Nine episodes feature time travel? And it was a multi-part question. It was a multiple choice question. 5, 8, 9, or 10. Or 3, 5, 9, or 10. 3, 5, 9, or 10. Guess which one it is. I'll tell you at the end. I spent 20 minutes. 20 minutes thinking of them all, and I still came up one short. Last Victorian says, wrench me again. I'll link, and as when needed. You're always welcome to be wrenched. Just no butt banning, please. Carlos says, what? Doomcock sounds painful. I don't think it's painful. Thomas Bot says, Bird of Prey, did Nephew of Prey get Deej a gift? I don't think so, but Deej did sing Nephew of Prey happy birthday. And Nephew of Prey's birthday is Wednesday, the 23rd. So that's DS9 Wednesday. So Friday, God willing, that there's a BedLife on Friday. Friday will be the celebration of Nephew O'Prey's birthday, late celebration. Sis O'Prey should be here by the time I go live on Friday. So Nephew O'Prey should be here. So we will be having a late Nephew O'Prey BedLife celebration on Friday. It's 10 Continuum Track. Well, there. He ruined it. Yes, it is in fact 10 episodes of Deep Space Nine feature time travel, and I missed it by one. I see there was one where I said, okay, there's the episode where you think it's time travel, where Odo they seemingly go back in time, where Odo, they go to the Deep Space Nine where still Terok Nor, and Odo knows what's going on, but he doesn't tell anyone. And, it turned out that it was Odo who had a group of innocent Bajorans executed instead of the previous magistrate or whatever, constable, whatever they had there. And it turned out that wasn't time travel. It turned out at the end of the episode that Odo had initiated some form of the Great Link. And because there were only other solids near him when the plasma storm hit him, it initiated this link. And that's what happened. So there really was no time travel. It was just a dream. So I said, well, 9, but 10 if you include that. Although by all accounts, that's not time travel, so it should be 9. But in fact, I had forgotten, and now from memory, I remembered all of the other 9, but I had forgotten about the 10th one, which isn't the last. It was somewhere in the middle. But the episode where the prophets sent the poet into the future, and he thought he was the emissary, Ascension. He thought he was the emissary, and Cisco at first is happy, and then he says, oh no, Bajor's got to go back to the caste system, whatever it is. And then Cisco's like, oh no, this isn't going to work for me. So Cisco and him go back to the wormhole so they could ask the prophet straight out, yo, who's the right emissary? And they say that Cisco's the emissary. So the poet's like, oh, then why the fuck did you bring me here? And they're like, we brought you there to teach the Cisco or whatever. So Cisco's like, oh, why can't you just drive? Because he's from 200 years in the past. So they're like, well, why can't you just bring him home to his time period? So they do. And they let him go on to live the rest of his life. And then they get back to the station, and Cisco and Major Kira are reading, and because Kira knew that the guy had left an unfinished poem when he went missing 200 years ago. But now when she looks back at the poem in her book, in her pad book, it's not unfinished anymore. The rest of the stanzas are there. So not only did he go back in time and resume his life, he finished his famous poem. Now, she's apparently the only one who knows that it was ever missing, but, the prophets work in mysterious ways. So that was the 1 out of the 10 time travel episodes of Deep Space Nine that I forgot about offhand. I was quite happy with myself that I remembered the other 9. You're wrenched. You're lanched. You're wrenched. Carlo Albanese says, BedLife. It's a stream by Berto Prey. And Jedi Bill says, please help Deej get to 600. Nope. And 60 plus subscribers by the end of the stream. And there's the link. And as a superstitious person, I told Deej I will purposely unsub and then resub after he passes the number. Bradley Briggs says 10 sounds correct. I know it's quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few. There's, I don't know if I can recall them all offhand, but obviously there's past tense, which is 2 episodes. So that counts as 2 because it asked how many episodes. Past tense is where they go back to the Bell riots. So that's 2. There's Little Green Men. That's where the Ferengi crash in Roswell. There's Trials and Tribulations, obviously. There's Children of Time. That's where the Defiant goes back in time and creates a whole other civilization on this planet. And then they escape at the end. So that's 5. There's when Kira uses the Orb of Time to go check on her mom to see if her mom really was one of Gul Dukat's women, and turns out she was. There's the episode where Molly falls through the time vortex. There's the episode where O'Brien is moving around the station. He gets kicked through time, and he keeps appearing like a couple hours in the future, and he's got to fix the problems. There's Ascension, the episode I just talked about. And what's the last episode? The Visitor. There's the Visitor where Jake Sisko I don't want to give away the episode, but Jake Sisko has to do something at the end of his life to save Cisco and reset the timeline. So those are the 10 episodes. Okay. So that gave you guys a chance to write some more Dear Bobs. Kronos says, hello world, I'm rather late. Birdo Prey 5 and all, better late than never. And Continuing Tracks' Ascension was a great episode. I'd put it towards the middle. I don't know if I'd put it as a great one. And Miss Londell's Groovy Movies says, I don't consider Ascension a time travel episode. Well, I mean, he came through time and the prophets put him back in time. So I would. Okay. Dear Bob, I need advisement, please. Advisement? I am never sure if I am awake or dreaming. How can I tell if I'm really awake now? What if I'm dreaming? What if I'm stuck in a dream and can't wake up? What if my loved ones are right now huddled around me crying, wishing I would wake up? I would take up. I assume you mean wake up. But I can't hear them. What if I never wake up? If I die in my dream, do I wake up? What if I'm in my dream so long I just die of old age? Is there some way you can prove to me this isn't a dream? What if we're both dreaming the same dream? What if you wake up? What if I'm just part of your dream and I don't really exist? Will I die if you wake up? For God's sake, don't wake up if you're dreaming. But if I'm dreaming, please wake me. Help. Yeah, you're nuts. You're nuts. Well, you know, people often say if you smack yourself really hard in a dream, you can wake yourself up. I never bought into that. I never tried it, mind you. But when I could, and on occasion, very, very, very rarely, still do a lucid dream, I can feel my eyeballs moving up against the back of my eyelids. So I would say, move your eyes really fast and see with your eyes open, and see if you feel like your eyes are closed. If you can feel the sensation of your eyelids on top of your eyes, then you're probably in a dream. In which case, yeah, you should probably try to wake up. I like snapping fingers or making a loud noise, or maybe even smacking your face. Maybe that'll wake you up. I wouldn't panic. Generally, people do wake up from the dreams when they're supposed to. Unless you're in like really bad shape, by the time you've got to pee or poop, your body wakes you. It doesn't, unless you're somebody who regularly pees the bed, your body doesn't like peeing in its sleep. It's just something of evolution. It doesn't, it wakes you up before that happens in almost all cases. So, you're probably okay. But can I prove to you it's not a dream? No, I don't think I can. LDG of Geeks and Joy is here and says, lol, Star Trek Nitpickers is here and says, check out my review of the new Rick and Morty. I compare it to DS9's Meridian, almost a time travel episode. Kronos has to go back to the future. Okay, take care, Kronos, if you've got to leave. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, you almost forgot about the episode where Benny is introduced from the newspaper. That's not a time travel episode. That's not a time travel. That's because there's we don't have any reason to believe what happened to Benny really happened. At best, it's an orb experience. Bob Lum, Qapla Bob Lum, says, hi, Bird. Hope you're feeling better. I sent you a couple of bucks to your GoFundMe because you made me laugh yesterday. It was a tough day for me, and your Star Trek store review had me rolling. Thank you so much, Bob Lum. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed my Star Trek store review, look for a video. In fact, it probably came up at the end, called my UPS every effing time video. That would probably be up your alley. It was another time. It was a epic rant that I was in the middle of something else and somebody sent me a tracking number for a UPS package, and I just went off the rails at UPS. Every effing time. I cut it out. I cut it from a much longer video. It's on YouTube. You'll probably enjoy it. And I greatly appreciate the GoFundMe. It really helped. It will help. And Anti-Derivative Jill Qapla donated $1.49. A Doomacorn, or a unicorn, rainbow unicorn, whatever you prefer to call it. Qapla, Anti-Derivative Jill. I don't usually get super stickers too much, but I do love me a nice Doomacorn. Doomacorns is what Doomcock calls them. Deej Odyssey just calls them his rainbow love horse. Whichever you prefer, I guess. LDG says, so it's okay to kill us if she wakes up then. For all sakes, stay asleep. And Carmen says, don't wake up if you are woke. That's probably good advice. And Kronos says, ew, your eyeball talk is nasty. I'm just being real here, Kronos. Continuum Track says, well, dudes, it's midnight and I need to go to bed. Have fun. I'll catch you all next time. Good night, Bird of Prey. Qapla, live long and prosper. Continuum Track, have a good night. Darth Maul says, if you piss your pants in a dream and you awake in a wet bed, are you still in a dream state? Not if you're awake. Carla Albanese, Bird of Prey, you said you wouldn't tell anyone. I didn't. Ixnay on the wet snay. Star Trek Nitpicker says, if all the words you try to read are garbled and blurry, you may well be dreamy. I've heard people tell me you can't read in dreams. That is factually false. I have absolutely read things in dreams. Newspaper headlines, articles, like paragraphs. Absolutely, I've read things in dreams. Maybe you can't read anything in a dream, but in my dreams, I can perfectly read. It's there. Nobody can tell me I can't read in a dream. I don't know. Captain Track says our super chat's not working. They should be. We just got a super sticker. Hey, yeah. Wait, where's the super chat? I don't know. They should be working. They're obviously working for somebody. I mean, we got from Arabic Sander, the Random Menace, and John Iraqi, and Anti-Derivative Jill. Kronos says he's back from the future. It's not pretty. I'm sorry to hear that, Kronos. Josh Street says, what about DS9 episode where Defiant gets a call from the past? Oof. Oh, Josh Street, that's a good one. That's a good one. Nobody actually travels in time, but the signal does. The signal does. That's a good one. Too bad Continuum Track left. I would argue that that's possibly a time travel episode. It doesn't say a person had to travel through time. Something traveled through time. So, yeah, the signal traveling through time would count. And Captain Trek with a Doomacorn. Thank you, Captain Trek. So I guess it is working. Unless you couldn't do a super chat, you can only do a super sticker. I appreciate it. John Street with a number 11. See, I told Conti that it felt like there were more. It felt like there were more. And Bob Lum did see the UPS. It was funny too. Good. I'm glad you've seen it. There's some others, but I cut them out. I have a playlist called Bird's Best or Bird will Pray 5 Best. In there might be a few other rants of years past. Anti-derivative Jill is here, says hi. Hello, anti-derivative Jill. Welcome. Pew Pew, says Kronos. A Doomacorn. Yes, that's what he calls them. Qapla, yes, a Doomacorn. Good. We're on the same page. Bob Lum says, Bird of Prey, do you think Strange New Worlds will be the same Kurtzman crap? Bob, I hope not. But if I was a betting man, which I am, but would I bet money that it is? Yes. Do I hope it's not? Of course I hope it's not. Of course I hope it's good Trek. I hope it's great Trek. I hope it's a return to 90s like Trek. I would be really happy if and if Discovery continues to suck and Picard continues to suck, but Strange New Worlds is the silver lining or the shiny stone in the rough. That would be swell. I'd be happy. I'd be great to say, see, this one, they did it right. But do I honestly think it's going to be? No, I honestly don't. And it's not because I'm a pessimist. It's because the people involved are the same people that have been involved. The writer for this wrote one of the worst short tracks ever written. And every short track is one of the worst short tracks ever written. Like seriously. So we'll see. We'll see. I always keep open mind. And if it's good, I will be happy to say, finally they did it. Look how happy I was that they put Star Trek Deep Space Nine in the Father's Day artwork. Now, when I clicked on the link, there was no Star Trek Deep Space Nine complete collector series, but at least they thought to put it in the artwork. Too bad nobody actually thought ahead and wondered, hey, do we even sell this product in the United States? No, we don't. So, but at least they thought of it. Actors as Bird, like Mike from Red Letter Media, will forget most of their lives in 30 years, but will have all the Trek episodes still bouncing inside. That's probably true. Sweet Nay is that hog Latin. I call it pig Latin, but that's how I was taught. Anti-derivative Jill says, I can read my dreams, especially in those dreams where I fail exams, even though I haven't been in school for over a decade. Yeah. In fact, on Friday, we were talking about this. It is or maybe it was some other stream. It is a very common recurring dream that even years, decades after you've left college or school, that you still have dreams where you're either in school and there's a test you forgot all about, or a class you forgot all about. People who are in the military have dreams where they're still in the military. And they, for me, the reoccurring dream I get from time to time, there's two. I've had two recurring dreams over the many years of my life. One is that I had a fish tank and I forgot that I had a fish tank. And it has been months, perhaps years, since I remembered I had a fish tank. And I always like, oh my God, I haven't fed my fish in a year. What the hell am I going to find? And like the fish tank is still full of water, but I'm afraid to even go look. Now, in real life, after 3 months, your fish tank is going to lose half its water and everything would be dead. But in my dream, somehow the fish are still alive. I feel like I got to feed them, but I'm afraid to at this point, because maybe I wonder how they survived and whatever. The other one that I get is that I'm at college and it's the last day of classes, and I look at my class list, and I completely forgot there was a class I was assigned to that I haven't been to all semester. I was like, holy shit, there's this English class I've never been to. I'm going to fail it for sure. There's nothing I can do. What am I even going to say? I just haven't been to class all semester. There's no coming out of it. And then I wake up and I realized, oh shit, thank God I graduated college, 15 years ago. And then I think, oh, and I've been in my bed. Wait, not 15, 21 years ago, I graduated college. And then I think, oh, and I've been stuck in this bed for 12 years. Oh. And yet I'm still happy I'm not in college, because I feel like it would be worse to fail the class than to be in the current situation I'm in, which is fucked up. Super Blubberpuss says, I love lucid dreams. I shake my head from side to side and wake up. Yeah, that's another way. Captain Tractor's Bird of Prey, put my channel in Gary's Friday stream. Yes, I bribed you. I will try to remember, Cap. Remind me. If you come to Gary's stream and ask, then at least if I put it in, I looks like I'm doing a service. Kronos is Bird of Prey. Will you ever show dodgeball on movie day? Yeah, we could show dodgeball. You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. There's about 14 of them if you count the talk of time travel. Well, not counting talking about time travel, but where voices travel through time. Josh reads his Bird of Prey, Cisco opening the orb and going to him. No. Him opening the orb and seeing Jennifer in Emissary, that doesn't count. Kronos is Bird of Prey, nice sell, but he's not buying it. Captain Trax is Bird of Prey, heard from Life with Matthew. Yes, Mrs. sent me a text. I don't have any details yet beyond he had to go to the ER. She sent a pic of him in a wheelchair doing a thumbs up. Well, I'm glad Auntie Treger is at least giving us a thumbs up. Super Blubberpuss is Bird of Prey, Star Trek, 90s style. Heck no. We don't want the bad subplots. 60s styles have the right professional scripts without the fat is all we need. Super Blubberpuss, I loved 90s Trek, including Deep Space Nine, including Enterprise, later episodes of TNG, and some Voyager episodes are some great Trek. Now, yes, 60s Trek, TOS, a lot of great episodes there, but I'd be very happy to bring back 90s Trek. Kronos knows it's pig Latin. He's just messing with everyone. And Kronos says, it was months since you fed your fishies. Wow, no, in my dream. Aravix is Bird of Prey. Yeah, but I had the dream. It's the end of the semester. I'm worried about a class I've never went to. The last Victorians is Bird of Prey. My nightmare is I was doing triox underwater welding and my oxygen was cut off. And I was swimming to a surface and I couldn't. And I drowned. Oh my God, not nice. That's terrible. Antiderivative Jill says, in my dreams, my fish can fly around the room. Wow, that would freak me out. I thought you were going to say you could fly, because I know a lot of people claim they can fly in their dreams. I have never been able to fly in my dream. Even when I lucid dream, even when I could be like Q in lucid dreaming, I still never thought to fly. I've never flown. Another reoccurring dream I have is I'm on an airplane that's crashing. Now, it usually starts off, I'm in the back of an airplane, and I'm looking out the window, and like, I'll say, wow, we seem really low for an airplane. And like, we'll be going through a city, and like, I'll be looking up at the top of a building, and I'll be like, no, we're certainly supposed to be higher than this. And there's like, and then I will like go to the forward, and the door will be open to the cockpit so I can see what's going on in front of us. And like, we'll be aiming like down a gorge or something. And I'll be like, oh shit. And they're like, why isn't anybody panicking? Why isn't anybody afraid? And then we just crash and I wake up. Carlos says, when my friend was on board abroad the other year, I fed his cats and fish. His fish died 3 months beforehand. I thought it was just hiding. Oh. Chrono says, I had nightmares that I was a fish in Caroga. Chrono, yeah, well, I've told the story of me being, when I was in the hospital, how I had a fish that was feed once every 3 days. But once I ended up in the hospital in a coma, Mamo Prey and Sisso Prey, who were both living at my house, both took it to amongst themselves to feed my fish every day. So the fish that was supposed to be fed once every 3 days started getting fed twice a day. It did not make it. But I'm sure he died happy. Kronos is bird of prey. If you can dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball. And Kronos throws a wrench. Kronos is bird of prey. You tortured your dream fishies. I'm very sorry. I feel terrible every time. Every time. Qapla Admiral Saval. He says, in my dreams, I'm on fire and can't be put out. Oh my God, Admiral Saval. I am sorry to hear that. Pee on yourself, I guess. The Last Victorians is bird of prey. I've lucid dreamed 3 times, once as a teen and twice as an attached man who loved his girlfriend. So the last 2 times were not as awesome. Oh, that's true love. If even in your dream, you're vowing to I don't know, it's girlfriend, not even wife, just your girlfriend. Not just, I'm sure it's a very close relationship. Super Blubber pushes bird of prey. My first teaching job in the early 90s, I shared a classroom with a teacher that left an aquarium with fish in it unattended for a year. Stunk up the classroom. My God. Kronos has nightmares of falling into lava. Are you sure you weren't watching Star Trek 3, Kronos? Did Captain Kirk kick you in the face, saying something like, I am getting tired of you, and kicking you in the face as you fall into the Genesis planet? Darth Maul says, bird of prey, I had a dream where the world is being consumed by fire lava, and I try to save the people, only for the world to end with me being consumed, and I awake. Well, I guess it's good that you wake up. Darth Maul, bird of prey, and in a dream, on 3 occasions I've had it, I'm trying to save people. Well, there you go, like Superman. Darth Maul says, the best dreams where the women are built like Carmen Electra, Selma Hayek, and Gina Carano, and are naked. I would say those are probably good dreams. Throno says this was before Star Trek 3. Wow. And Carlo Albanese says Genesis forbidden. Yes. How can you get a permit to go to goddamn illegal place? Takes permits, many. Permits? There's not going to be any permits. How can you get a permit to do an illegal thing? Dear Bob, get to the chopper. Okay. Really? Get to the chopper? Dear Bob, why does CBS get our hopes up for a complete series DVD box set only to make it only for a few people to buy? Signed, your husband, wife, Michael Burnham. P.S. Can you show the Frank and Freddie home movies tonight? I got it. Hello.
Mayor of New York City. Can I have just a few minutes of your time to talk about why I'm supporting him for office?
No, not really a good time. And I already voted for him, so no worries.
You voted for Mateo?
Oh, yeah. Big fan.
Oh, all right. In that case, I appreciate your time. You have a good day.
You too. Mateo for mayor of New York City. Honestly, if it had been any other candidate, we would have been having a long conversation on the stream, but I voted for Mateo. Dear Bob, yeah, so why does CBS get our hopes up for a complete series on DVD? Your husband, Michael Burnham. Can you show the Frank and Freddie movies tonight? No. One, there's no Frank and Freddie movies. Two, you're not my husband, wife. Three, you're not Michael Burnham. Four, Michael's a boy's name. And five, at least they tried. At least they tried. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, yeah, it was a waste. I find out that she was cheating on me by walking in on her. I walked into her house. I was with her for 15 years and asked her to marry me in August 2020. Wow. But you found out she was cheating on you after you asked her to marry you? Before? Well, at least you found out. I'm sorry she was cheating on you, but at least you found out. Chrono says, hot ba. 8 ba? And Chrono says, I think that means an animal in Klingon. No, an AOC is not running for mayor. Carla Albanese, Bird of Prey, should have told them you're voting for Caroga. Well, Caroga is not on the ballot. I could have told him that he should vote for me for mayor. And I'd take a few minutes of his time. Next time somebody calls wanting my vote for mayor, I'll say only if I can have a few minutes of your time to explain why I should be mayor. I'm going to fill in the subways with concrete. That's my first step. My first day on the job, we're going to shut down the subways. I'm going to get all the cement trucks in the city to just start pouring cement into any open subway station. The heat generated from the drying concrete will keep our cities snow-free for a decade or more. It'll also keep the rats out, or keep them stuck underground. Super Blubberpuss is Bird of Prey. Michael's a man's name. Tell that to Leonard, who played Mrs. Walton on The Waltons. I'm sorry, it is. Dear Bob, can I ask a question? It might seem personal, but if it is, please don't feel obliged to answer it. Do you think you would do YouTube or to this extent if you were not disabled? Also, do you think you have met more interesting people than you would have if you were not on this position you're in now. You're a nice bloke, and I would like to consider you a friend, and I do. Your pal Charlie, aka the Last Victorian. It's not a personal question. I'll answer it. I think I've answered similar questions in the past. If I was not disabled, no, I would not. In all likelihood, I would not be doing YouTube like this. Truth be told, I only thing I'd used YouTube for before I got disabled was to watch occasional funny videos, and I would upload videos for my friends to watch. And that was it. And frankly, had my life continued on the path I thought it would, I really don't think I would have gotten into YouTube. Now, I would think maybe there's a chance I would have, because while I didn't have a YouTube channel, I mean, I had a channel, but I wasn't doing anything with it. I did have my web forum, my JUOT.net web forum. That did predate me getting sick. So in 2008, I started that web forum, and I would have kept that up, and I probably would have put more money into it, frankly, as time went on. So it is possible that as time went on and web forums became less popular a thing, that I may have transitioned to something like a YouTube or a blog or whatever. But would it have happened the way it did? Would I have found Lore Reloaded and then gone to Anti-Tracker and then this? Very, 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 very unlikely. I don't know if I would have been talking politics or talking sci-fi or what. I honestly have no idea. Had my life gone on the way I had hoped I would have gotten married at some point and had a family and moved somewhere and not really be doing YouTube at all. I mean, I love you guys. It's great to get to know so many different people, but I knew a lot of people from before I got sick, and they were great to know too. And I had a lot of friends that I think I would still be, not that I'm not friendly with them, I could call them up. Granted, none of us have seen each other in well over a year because of a pandemic. But even if there had been no pandemic, we probably only would have seen each other once, because we had gotten down to the point of like a yearly poker game. But we would talk on Facebook and stuff. Had I been still walking and driving, and I'm sure we would have been a lot closer, because honestly, me not being able to go to parties and go to things, I know I kind of fell out of their group. In the beginning, they didn't want me to feel bad, so they kind of stopped CCing me on things, and I get it. And truth be told, I would have felt bad. There's other people who just, I guess, they weren't too comfortable with me being how I am now, and I a little surprised by the choices some people made. I wouldn't have thought they would. And on the other hand, there were other people who became a lot closer to me than I thought I would ever get. So no, if I was not sick, if I had not gotten sick, I think life would have been very, very, very different. And in all likelihood, I would not be here. doing this. To say which is better, I don't know. But I know it would be better on Mamo Prey if I could walk. So certainly if I ever have the chance to change history to walk, I would. John DeMarcos is hashtag bird for mayor. Super Blubberpuss is, yeah, Michael's a man's name. I tell that to Mrs. Walton. Antiderivative Jill says bird of prey for mayor. I'll take it. Governor, mayor, whatever is easier. Kronos is bird of prey. Do you remember when Crudge killed his underling in Star Trek 3? He said, hot abah. I don't. Super Blubberpuss is bird of prey. Michael Leonard. Michael Leaned. Learned? Leonard? That was a woman. Dan23 says, hi, welcome, Dan. Chrono says, I can't imagine a walking bird. That would be awesome, however. The last Victorian says, bird of prey, thanks for the honest answer. But honesty, you're a nice bloke, and I'm glad I know you. And I know it's not ideal, but you're a bloke I'd buy a beer for any day of the week. Oh, thank you, last Victorian. I'd probably take a Coke, though, because I'm not really a beer drinker. Chronos, as you heard it, bird is transitioning. I don't think I said that. Carlo Albanese says, bird of prey, would Caroga still exist? Yes, Caroga would exist. Caroga would be bigger and stronger than ever. That would still exist. Caroga would be Caroga might be rivaling Albany for the new capital of New York State. Agnes is Little Joe's. And Kronos says, oh dear Lord, baby birds. Well, maybe, if things had gone right, maybe there'd be some baby birds. Dan23 says, bird of prey, the actress who played the Romulan commander in TOS Enterprise Incident has passed away. Oh no, she was a great actress. She just passed. Is that today? Thank you, Dan. Sorry to hear that. She didn't have a name. She was just the Romulan commander, and the Enterprise Incident is my favorite episode of Star Trek, the original series. In fact, I did the whole episode on her. I guess I should tweet it out. I did a video on the Enterprise Incident and how it was such a great episode. The last Victorian says, bird of prey, honestly, mate, if you need any metal work or carpentry work, doing what I can send on a pallet, my current record is 150 tons. Just ask, mate. I'll be more than happy to do it for you. Oh, thank you, the last Victorian. I don't know. I don't know if we can get that much through customs. Cronus is bird of prey, not that close. Actress is 150 tons. Finally, bird can get his own nuclear bunker. I was going to say, the next thing I need is a new storm door. Carlo Albanese gives hugs to Mamo Prey. Thank you, Carlo. His own sick bay, says actor. New York is a joke, says Kronos. Yvette says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Yvette. Daniel's Hot Topics says, hey to Kronos. Yvette says, hey. Kronos says, it's 11:37 for you. Mr. Londell says, Spock's Romulan squeeze has passed away. Rest in peace. Indeed. Anyway, guys, I think we've made it to the end of the episode. The stream, the episode. Like I'm on a TV show. We did the Dear Bops. I talked about Star Trek Prodigy. We talked about mustard gas, poison gas. We talked about dreams. We talked about Auntie Traeger being in the emergency room. Hopefully, Life with Matthew will have more info on his stream tonight. You guys check out Captain Trek. He has his morning brew at 6 a.m. Yvette's there. I'm there usually. Other people are there. Check out Jedi Bill. He's doing a stream tonight at 10 p.m. his time, 1 a.m. Eastern. Check out everyone else who has a channel. Feel free to put in your links, guys. Carlo Albanese says hugs to me too. Thank you, Carlo. Darth Maul says, I hope you get an opportunity to be a father someday, Bird. It's awesome. I hope so, Darth, but at this point, I wouldn't want to be a father if I couldn't physically be a father. I don't want to just be a sperm donor. I want to be a father. Fact, Father's Day being yesterday, it gave some time to think about Dad O'Prey and Grandpa O'Prey. Miss them both, obviously. I miss also other uncles that have passed away. Some I knew a little bit, some I didn't know much, and one I didn't know at all. He died before I was born or soon after. And of course, Mom O'Prey's dad died before I was born. But I'm named after him, that's true. That's true. Charlie called and wished me a happy Father's Day. Uncle Sassy wished me a happy Father's Day on Facebook. Facebook. Yeah. Guys, I've got a backlog of friend requests on Facebook that has exploded in the last 2-3 weeks. And it's all from YouTubers. I'm not sure I'm going to approve them. And it is nothing personal. I know I approved some YouTubers in the past to be Facebook friends. Mostly because I was sick and I needed ways to communicate with people. God forbid something happened. Mom O'Prey approved a couple of people just to keep lines of communication open. My Facebook, I don't generally do YouTube stuff on. If you want to friend me on Facebook, I have the Bird O'Prey 5 Facebook page that you can like and post and message me at Bird O'Prey 5 on Facebook, and I can answer those. I feel bad, but it's nothing personal. I just want to keep my Facebook page. It's more for family. Like, I don't generally post much on Facebook these days, except family stuff. So I don't want anybody to take it personally if I don't approve you as a Facebook friend. And you say, well, you approved, like I approved Potato Revan, but I approved him months ago. And Captain Track and a couple other people. And granted, I did some even more recently, but I see now there's like literally 30 people waiting, and I don't want to mix it. Okay. If you want to.
Thousands and all random. So in case you can't get messages out.
Okay. So Mamo Pray says, feel free to friend request her on Facebook, which I guess means I'll have to put a link up at some point for her. But if you know Facebook, if you go to my Facebook, you can find Mamo Pray's Facebook. She'll be your friend, and she'll, if anything, God forbid, happens, she'll if I can't get a message out, Mamo Pray will message you. For me, you're much better following me on Twitter. I know not everybody has Twitter. On Minds, on Gab, and on Locals. I message people. I put out info what I'm doing live on all those sites before I go live. Last Victorian says, I shipped a rebuild tanker engine. I rebuilt to a Korean ship in harbor in New York. Interesting. Carlos is Bird of Prey. Hugs to you too. Cronos is not morning. Darth Maul says, I hope I read that. I guess I read a few of those. Random Menace is happy solstice. Thank you, Random Menace. Yes, today I believe is the longest day of the year. And it all gets shorter from here, people. The first day of summer. And it's all, the sunlight is just going to get shorter and shorter from here. Although it'll be slow at first. LDG says, take care. Qapla. LDG. Nanu says, Kronos. Later's taters. Bradley Briggs sends his well wishes to Anti-Tracker. Absolutely. Random Menace says, happy solstice. Cheers to all the fathers, says Kronos. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey. My dad's is on that many meds and in that much pain. He's not here much, but when he is, it's gold. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm sorry he's in a lot of pain and on a lot of meds, but it is very good. You still get to see him sometimes. Kronos says, Uncle Sassy. No, not Uncle Sassy. Carlo Albanese puts in the nephew of Prey and Sassy emoji. Resolute Germ says, stop using Facebook. Just stop. I can't. There's too many family members that I only talk to through Facebook. What happened on this day in June 21st, 1915? According to my sources, it was the first day Germans used mustard gas, chemical weapons in World War I. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, I'm always triggered. And hey again to Mamo Prey. The last Victorian says, Bird of Prey, his potato and his tomato work well. Carlos says, Bird of Prey, we understand and we care about you. Thank you. LDG says, I'm still waiting. It's okay. I understand. Really? You're waiting? I didn't see you. Kronos doesn't twat. I understand. Aru! Yes, Aru. Resolute says, if you get a friend request from me on Facebook, don't expect it. If you get a friend request from me on Facebook, don't expect it? You mean don't accept it? Darth Maul says, don't forget your OnlyFans. The last Victorian Bird of Prey, who else is live next? I'm not sure, last Victorian. I know to sometime tonight, Life with Matthew does his virtual pub. Generally speaking, he does his virtual pub. I don't know if Deej said he was probably going to stream today, but I didn't see him stream. And Captain Track puts in the Facebook link for Mamo Prey. Thank you, Captain. Hector says, Star Trek Nitpicker, sadly, he will only accept you if you inherited his superpowers. The last Victorian Bird of Prey, why with my dad, it's mostly radiation poisoning. Long classified story. Wow, that is That is deep, Last Victorian. I hope I say I hope he's okay, but if it's radiation poisoning, I just hope he makes the best of what time he has. I've been watching a lot of videos on Reactor. There's a channel called Plainly. Oh shit! What's the name of the channel? Plainly Difficult, and it's all about nuclear reactor and dam failures, and it's like it's taken like up. It's my newest favorite channel. It just honestly, I had to stop watching Tim Pool. I just can't. Every fucking time Tim Pool puts up a video, he talks about something else. Then he talks about what he said for like 1 minute, says the exact opposite of what he posted, then says, or it could be the other thing, and then just starts talking about another story. And I love Tim Pool, but it's like I can't take Tim Pool anymore. I hope he figures out his channel. I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy's got millions and millions of subscribers. So I don't need to be giving Tim Pool advice, but I had to. I'm still subscribed, but I can't take Tim Pool videos anymore. So I had to fill Tim Pool videos in, and Plainly Difficult is easily the next best channel to fill in my Tim Pool time. Previously Tim Pool time. So yeah. The last Victorian says he was one of the first British scientists to visit Chernobyl. I have been there 4 times, but my dad was one of the first Western engineers to assist with the cleanup. Tell you, it's an awesome story, and I don't know if he knew he was making a sacrifice, but an incredible sacrifice that really, hopefully, helped save the world. The world was in danger. Damn. Few people will make as much difference to this planet's history as the people who helped clean up and get Chernobyl under that concrete dome. Super Blubberpuss is vertebrae. I sent a friend request to Mamo Prey. Tell her I'm not a creep. Super Blubberpuss sent you a friend request. He says he's not a creep. The last Victorian is vertebrae. The first girl I kissed was Ukrainian, and she was born in Chernobyl, and now has England citizenship. Ah, are you sure she was a girl? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Super Blubberpuss is bird of prey. I tried to like Tim Pool, but he goes on and on with opinion, speculation, but will not provide links to the article he discusses. Well, he usually shows a picture of it, but yeah, I guess I'm just over Tim. The last Victorians is bird of prey. My dad took the first serious reading of The Elephant's Foot. Interesting. Robert Rose Jr. says, though, isn't Fukushima still a danger? Yes. Yes, it is. Fukushima is still a danger. Chernobyl is still a danger. Frankly, there's dangers all over the place. But I do need to get going. Wow, we've gone really late today. I guess I'm feeling better, guys. I guess I'm feeling better. Oh, I'm glad and I didn't take my 5 o'clock pill, which means now I'm going to be paying for it. But thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I got some type of message on my phone. Let me just make sure it's not something from Anti-Tracker. Adam Kringler. Well, Yitza. Oh, Yitza put out a video. Guys, check out Yitza's channel. I know we put up the link last time. He put out a video creating an avatar for somebody else. I don't think I know that person. And Star Trek Nitpickers put out his video. So check that out. Very cool. And Amazon Prime Day continues. All these important notifications. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Qapla. I don't see anyone else live right this second, but hopefully someone will go live. And you can head over. You know what? Head over to LDG's backstage. It's always open. It's always open, even if nobody's live. And I will put in the link. Mama Pray says she doesn't have a friend request yet. It might take a little bit for the friend request to come in. So guys, you can head to LDG's backstage area and continue the chat there if you're so inclined. Qapla all. Bird out. It would help if I did something now, wouldn't it? But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bob, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and I don't know what happened. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Caroga.